Welcome back. Once considered an eliminated illness in the U.S., measles are making a comeback. This week, the CDC put out an alert after the country reached 58 cases across 17 states, the same number of cases reported for all of 2023 in the U.S. And now there's a heightened alert in our area after news of a possible exposure at UC Davis last week. And this morning, we're welcoming in Dr. Ken Hempstead. He's a pediatrician and vaccine communication lead for Kaiser Permanente in Roseville. So first off, thank you for joining us.
Welcome.
I think this might be self-explanatory, but why are we seeing such a rise in cases right now?
Yeah, so, it is a real great opportunity for us to talk about this.
Yeah.
We've had some trouble with people losing faith in some of these institutions, including vaccination. And so this is a real opportunity to remind people these diseases do still exist out there, and we're even seeing them, as you said, in our community. So we welcome the opportunity to talk about this again.
So the CDC put out an alert. For those at home, what's the level of concern right now that this could lead to an outbreak?
I think we want to be careful not to exaggerate the risk.
Sure.
This is still a relatively rare disease that most people are already protected from. However, we do have vulnerable people in the community. There are infants that are not old enough to get the vaccine, or people who are immunocompromised. They're still at risk.
Yeah. If somebody does contract measles, what's the very first sign? I mean, aside from the red dots, or is that the very first red flag?
So the really tough thing about measles is you're talking about cough and cold symptoms with fever. That's very common.
Yeah.
And some redness of the eyes, also common. But yes, there's going to be a rash. These are pretty sick kids and adults typically, and there's a fairly distinct rash that goes from head to toe, and then some distinct little white spots inside the cheeks that we'll find typically.
Is this one of those diseases as well? I remember growing up in here in chickenpox, said, oh, you want to get it as a little kid because you don't want to get it as an adult. It's way worse. Is that sort of the similar, thought process with measles? Is this something that affects somebody who might be an adult way worse than it might affect a kid, or is that what's
Yeah, it's a good question. It's not quite the same. So we would be concerned about really any age group, but yes,
Sure.
Adults and the youngest children do typically have the worst outcomes, but really anyone at any age can actually have significant outcome complications like pneumonia or even encephalitis.
Okay, so let's just say hypothetically you contract measles. At what point do you go to the doctor, and what can they do to help?
Well, fortunately, again, this is rare enough that we wouldn't anticipate people just staying at home and trying to ride this out.
Yeah.
So I think, again, the challenge is trying to sort out people who mostly don't have measles from people that do. So particularly if you've had some international travel, particularly if you know that you're unprotected because you're unvaccinated or immunocompromised, and you're having those types of symptoms, then certainly reach out to your healthcare provider.
Okay, let's bring this full circle. How can you best protect your family?
So ultimately, because this is such a contagious disease that's basically spread through airborne droplet transmission, the only real way to protect yourself on a practical level is to be vaccinated. So we really welcome the opportunity for encouraging folks to think about having a conversation with their pediatrician or healthcare provider about the pros and cons of vaccine for their family.
How long does it take for the vaccine to truly kick in if you were to get it?
Fortunately, it's very quick. You're going to have full protection typically within a couple of weeks.
Oh, okay. All right, Dr. Hempstead, thank you so much for your time this morning.
You're welcome.
We appreciate you dropping by.